Is it working? Are we on? Did everything not break for once? All of the above. Hello, hello. Well, if it seems like it, it seems like it. I'll take it. I'll take those small victories. So, welcome to technically the first game streamed this week. I was kind of busy, so I didn't get a chance to actually catch all the other games, and my team apparently decided to schedule all of them early in the week and got most of them done. So we're in a point of the week where the score at the current moment is 4-4 between me and Toyo's team. And we're about to watch one game, and then we're going to stream tomorrow morning, or morning for me, like 4 a.m., the last game of the week. And if everything goes well, we either tie, win, or lose. Because there's score, like I said, the score is 4-4 and there's 2 games left, so anything can happen. I'm trying to figure shit out at the moment. Okay, OBS is finally working the way it's supposed to. Oof. Score is decent, but damn, I am a little bit concerned. So, the last game... Nope, I'm looking at the wrong thing. There it is. So we got... I think I got the right thing. Wait, what? Confused out of the living hell. But we troubleshoot on the fly as per usual. Ah, that explains a lot. Okay, cool. So, our team member, no, wrong one, there we go, that we're going to be watching today is going to be a loon. Yup. And they, if this is correct, will be fighting... Ah, it doesn't want to paste. Cool. There we go. We're just going to put that. We're not going to put the full name because it's also numbers, but there we go. So that's the game that we're waiting on. It should start in the next 5 minutes. I'm waiting for the tables to show up. Because I also got to recapture or reset up the field cams. Because I don't know what I did. But it fucked up. So I got to fix that. What is this even going to do if I... Okay, cool. That just does that. I probably shouldn't have shown that. But oh well, that happened. Funny joke. Funny. Anyway, yeah, we're just waiting for the people to go into the tables, and once they go into the tables, I can actually start capturing the proper things. Until then, we are here chatting. And like I mentioned, if anybody missed it, we got 2 games left, this one and another one. And what's actually going to happen is we're going to stream this one, we're going to stream the other one. The other one's going to be technically in 6/4-ish, in 10 hours. It's going to be like 4 a.m. for me, but it's worth it. And then after that stream, we're going to do another stream the same day at a later time. We're going to go look through some of the VODs from the previous games this week and kind of commentate, and Echo will be joining me for that one. So, last second for everything, but it still works. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I see someone in the table already. Wrong person, but still. So... Until then, we're just chilling like a villain, making sure everything's set up. How's everybody doing? Let's ask a little bit outside, like, how's everybody doing? You all doing alright? I don't know why I went starting there for a second, so I apologize. Glad you can finally make it to the stream. Hello. Another Velshire game. I don't know. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm not going to jinx it just in case, I think I know what loon will be playing. Ramon's going to be playing? No fucking idea. That is the enemy. So whatever the enemy decides to play, we'll see. They should be getting together and deciding where to play here in the next 3 minutes, hopefully. Or maybe I made a big-ass mistake in there in an hour, and in which case we'll troubleshoot. But for right now, we're just chatting, we're just chilling, nothing really much is happening. I just want to make sure everything's working and everything's set up. Yeah, that's about it. I should probably mute my mic on Discord already, just in case, so that there's no problems there. Probably should have put a headphone on. I'm legitimately scared if I put a headphone right now on, everything's gonna break. Where even is my headphone? Is it up there? No, it's in my pants. My pants are all the way over there. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Ah, I've returned. Now let's see if this breaks everything. I know for a fact it might break my mic. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Okay, so that's still working the way it should. Everything else seems to be working the way it should. I have no idea if you guys are going to be able to hear the Discord audio. We'll cross that bridge when it happens. But for right now, everything seems to be in work. Oh, I know what I need to do just in case, so this thing is not fucking everything up. Audio, sound, input. Let's do Scarlet. There we go. I hope that fixes it. This week, so I've been a little bit slacking. That's my fault. I had other things. But this week we already had 8 matches played. The current score is 4-4. The only 2 matches left are going to be our Loon versus Remain. And the other match left that we're going to be streaming tomorrow is going to be Cardfight Prime versus Albright. So that's the last 2 games of the week. I don't like when my... I really don't like when my little earbud does a sound telling me something's changed. And I don't know what it's changed. I see from the levels you guys are hearing me fine, but don't worry. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, you didn't miss out because we're going to stream this game and tomorrow's game, and that's going to be the last 2 of the week. But later that day, we'll be also streaming around this time, actually 2 hours later. So in about 24 to 26 hours, we're going to be streaming the VODs of all the previous games, or most of the previous games that we missed this week, so kind of review what happened. And I see them in the tables. I'm going to jump in the table and start setting up. Okay, turn off all non-video participants. Say hi to the stream. You guys can't hear them. You guys still can't hear them. I know, 1 sec.
Okay.
Ah.
I'll have to move to Discord onto my onto my laptop then. I thought I would just do it on my phone. Hi stream, thanks for being patient.
Hey, there you go. You guys can hear them now.
I'm also nervous.
Why is there's only one channel working though?
Longer than I thought. I don't have a very fast laptop.
Trust me, Sam, as well.
Why is it working like this? This is weird. Trying to troubleshoot here, guys. Guess should be able to hear them.
Got it set up.
I just don't understand why it's picking up Discord this way.
Funny because I have to close like the 10,000 tabs I have open on Pokemon fan game wikis, because that's what I've been doing my summer break.
I see.
I really hate my earbuds sometimes, I'll be honest.
Almost there.
You know what? This is fine. Whatever's going on with Discord right now, I honestly don't know, but this is fine. This works. Everything should work. Now let's actually start capturing the field, so I can do this on the fly. So
I got this. I can do this. I'm a good gamer.
We're gonna add Discord. We're gonna do
my Vanguard is me, and I am him.
This. 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 So we can do this now. And then since this mostly blank, we'll do that, and we'll do that. Actually, we're gonna take the top half as much as we can. So this is a loon. That's our player, so we need to turn this clockwise,
Second.
Yeah,
and put it right there.
no worries.
Yeah, you're good.
And then
Yeah, if I'm screen sharing, I
increase.
also need to be able to see
There we go.
your own stream. So I will.
Now we just wait for the other person. I can just duplicate this until then. Duplicate that. Make it a little bit smaller. Transform by 180. And then pull. They should be over there where the whole Discord bubble thing is. Also, I don't know how to turn off the Discord ta-ding, ta-ding, ta-ding. So if that starts getting annoying, I apologize.
I'm sorry this is taking so long.
But it's fine.
So they
Yeah.
should
fine if we
get
just use,
over
again, there are
here.
people.
I'm going to put them underneath.
Yeah.
It's like 11 in the morning for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to think of a way that I can both screen share this and be able to see what.
Ta-da!
you're
Now we
doing,
just wait.
So, like, go be able to, like,
They're currently setting up, as you guys can hear. They're trying to set up and make sure that everything is running properly.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. We're going to turn them also lower because I am very important. You guys need to hear me. Also, I don't know if she's glitchy like that on their end as well or just on my end.
I think
If you switch to do not disturb in the bottom left, the notifications won't... Oh, there's a do not disturb bottom... Wait, what?
Your stream's loading for me right now.
What? Their bottom left do not disturb...
yeah,
Where?
it's loading.
Oh, God.
Well, I guess I'll wait.
Do not disturb. You see your... You see your... My PF, what? What? Alright, explain to me like I'm a first grader and I have no clue what I'm doing. For some reason, my brain just went... Green bubble. Ah, profile, green bubble. Switch accounts.
I don't see it myself either. Even like.
Oh, do not disturb.
You might
Wait, is that actually going to stop pinging? Wait, is that actually going to stop all the ping? Hold up. Have you just showed me a fucking life hack?
Yeah. Because I know that does happen.
Oh,
on stream.
hunga. Oh, I still hear pings.
Discord is on a function. It's such a good app for gamers.
Wait, I'm waiting to see if I'm going to hear another ping. Ping? I probably should do this again.
There we go. I can see it now.
Wait, is she streaming? God damn it. Please don't tell me she's streaming.
Be able to.
Oh no, she is streaming. This is a problem. Oh, wait, she's streaming something random. Oh, she's using Cardfight area. Or they are using Cardfight area. I'm not gonna...
How would you like to do a cut shuffle? We have 1, 2, 3.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
But that is because I'm.
Because if I do show not... Oh no, this still works. There you go, this still works. Brain. Nope. There you go.
You to be like, oh, you're bored. Right?
Can you repeat that? Your mic is glitching.
Yeah, they are glitching so hard. Holy shit.
I'm sorry, your mic is glitching out.
Maybe that's a strat.
Also, I'm realizing if I do this,
Holy, they are glitching so much. You can barely understand them.
I am just doing
Oh, and there she goes.
Hello. I'm using my phone right now because it is much clearer. I'm trying to figure out how to do this the best I can. I might.
So I just got in. I guess you're trying to play with Cardfight area while Luna plays with her camera.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
what I did was with OBS, was like for OBS to get the screen like the.
Okay, so basically what you've missed is our people are about to fight. Aluna's going to be fighting Ramon. The only problem is they're trying to use Cardfight area on one side and an actual remote fight on the other side. And it's causing a lot of problems, and they're trying to troubleshoot. So here's what's happening in a sense of troubleshoot.
Or trying to like that you are looking at aren't seen on the screen.
The only issue with that, though, is if she has to look into the deck, then you start seeing whatever's left in the deck. It might still bleed into the photo, or into the frame.
I mean, well, yeah, and also to see the drop, I guess it can be adjusted. Like, yeah, but the thing is, like, it also has the defect that once you draw a card, like, you see the card itself move from the deck to your hand. Like, it's a very quick animation, but it's seen on camera, like, which card you're drawing. So the opponent, so the opponent can see which cards you're technically drawing.
Actually, Balloon, do you have CFA by any chance?
What?
I do, but my deck, it would take me a while to. I would have to build the deck. If I'm being honest, I haven't.
No, because what you could always do is just queue in with literally anything, and then just watch what Hammy Tree does.
Yeah.
So that like they don't have to screen share.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good idea. Yeah.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Because realistically, because that way she can screen share, but you just don't look at that screen share. That can be for us.
Exactly.
And then all you look at is the screen.
Yeah.
So you just don't look at your Discord.
Yeah.
It means I only have to keep Cardfight area up.
Yeah, which means for VOD purposes, you can screen capture the Discord, but you don't need to look at the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's also a method to see like if like whoever is actually like sorry, English. You can also see everyone that is actually looking at the screen share. So like we can.
I'm enjoying not talking, by the way.
Looking at the screen, and that's perfect. You know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because that way for the sake of VOD, we'll just screen capture the Discord, but you just don't look at it.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll just give you a wait.
I'll get out of the test room and try to meet her in the little in the main area.
So you guys, for the most part, heard what is going on. So we're gonna wait for them to, get all that set up. So it's gonna take a bit, but we're here. We're chilling. We're enjoying. So I guess this is more just chill time, talk time. That's basically it. That's basically it. So, my teammate is the person on the same side as me. In this case, a loon. They are my teammate. So we're waiting for them. There's the hardest part. You guys hear them very slightly because I muted them. Because there's not much information right now you need to hear from there. So we're just gonna save it. But to me, they're fucking loud in my ear, and I could probably turn them down, but I choose not to. For some reason, I like suffering. Never mind, I don't like suffering anymore. I'm turning them down. Oh, I cannot talk while people are also talking in my ear. It starts getting. Have you ever try talking while someone's talking straight into your ear? You just sometimes just can't focus. Because I'm trying to talk to you while they're trying to troubleshoot. I am not part of that conversation, nor do they know I am talking because I am muted. So yada yada yada. I am just ranting. I am ranting for no apparent reason. To pat time and wait until they fix it. But that's just my personality. Just start talking and never stop. There's not an off switch in here. Once I start, there's really rarely an off switch. The best off switch I got is reading chat. Don't ask why I'm holding these. They're just random shit on my table, and I just grabbed it and I'm holding it. So yeah, let's see here. Good luck. Thank you. Yes, Vivace user. Yeah. The person with the remote setup too is that helps. Wait, what?
Mic-wise, I'll probably be like messed up. If push comes to shove,
Yes.
I will just.
Hello everyone to the stream. We're still waiting for the people to get everything set up so they can, properly play against each other. It's gonna take a bit because there's a lot of troubleshooting because one person has a camera and has remote fight set up, but the other person wants to use CFA because they do not have a remote fight set up. So they're not trying to figure that out while also using CFA. But if they use CFA as a screen share their side, then the opponent can see their deck, their hand, draw, stuff like that. So it's not fair, but they have a solution. Yes, Exo is helping fix it. Thank you, Echoes, and everything like that. But until that happens, we're just waiting here, talking, padding for time, being very, very, very talkative. At some point, I'm going to annoy myself, but who knows. Anyway, I got a Persona deck, by the way, in White Swords. I like this a lot. I'm still fine-tuning it because it feels super fucking clunky. But I'm fine-tuning it, and it's getting to the point where I'm liking it. It's just, it is... Ooh, it needs a lot of help. As much I'm forcing... I don't know why this turned into a Weiss. This is a Vanguard stream. This turned into a Weiss stream because I'm just trying to find stuff to talk about while they're setting up. How many Weiss players do I got? How many Weiss players do I actually have here? Anybody who knows Weiss and knows what I would be talking about if I started talking about Weiss mechanics, raise your hand. Which Persona? Persona 3 Reload, the current Japanese thing that just came out. Lots of technical problems. Yep, forgot a Persona is in Weiss. Yes, Persona 3 Original is in Weiss. Persona 4 is in Weiss. Persona 5 is in Weiss. And now Persona 3 Reload is in Weiss. So there's a lot of Persona in Weiss. I enjoyed the ending's really good of P3R. Never played Weiss. Good time to learn. It's a very fun game. What the hell is Weiss? Yeah, exactly. I knew I was doing this. Try and cook in my Ezel deck. Huzzah. Play Grand Archive 2. I don't have anybody to play Grand Archive with here. I have some people from Europe who have told me, hey, try it out. So I might give it a chance sometime down the road, but right now I have no incentive, in all honesty. Overlord, yep. How complicated is Weiss? It actually isn't. Weiss is very similar to Vanguard. Auto abilities act like auto abilities. Act abilities act like act abilities. Continuous abilities act like continuous abilities. It's also a Bushiroad game, so that makes sense. And for the most part, it's very similar in the sense of you attack, and instead of one unit having drive checks, every unit has drive checks. However, the drive checks don't go to your hand; they go into your stock. And stock is basically a form of research. So think of it this way: think of your drive checks giving you face down counterblast, or not even face down. Just your drive checks give you counterblast. They don't go to your hand; they are your counterblast. And whenever you counterblast, you don't turn a card face up, face down. You put a card from your damage zone, or in this case stock, because it's not a damage zone. There's a whole separate damage zone. You put cards from your stock into your grave, into your drop zone, to pay for costs, to pay for cards, to play them, to play for abilities, yada yada yada. So your drive checks are your resource. In Vanguard terms, you go up to 28 damage, because yeah, that's how Weiss works. To lose the game, you need to take 28 damage, but damage is not in one instances. You actually take it in 1, 2, 3, 4. Potentially 5, sometimes 6. I'm not going to go through all the Weiss rules. I'm not going to go through all the fucking Weiss rules. Weiss is very fun. It's a different kind of game. And it's, in all honesty, and this is going to sound weird, Weiss is more and less luck-based than Vanguard. And what I mean by that is Weiss is a lot more luck-based because of the mechanics that it has. But it has so many cards that can manipulate that luck, not by stacking and knowing what's coming, by changing probabilities to where it's kind of less luck-based, if that makes sense. You can play in a way where you increase your odds to see certain cards more, and then later, but it's still just manipulating odds So by manipulating odds, you still can get lucky or unlucky depending on what
So
happens.
much credit to Misty on. Oh my fucking god.
Have they fixed? No, they're talking about Mythiarch, and I got a little bit.
Working now.
It's similar to Shadowverse point system, but not really. So in Shadowverse, you gain a play point every turn. In Weiss, you don't really have a play point every turn. You make your resources. So the more you attack, the more resources you have to pay costs, and so forth and so forth. And the other cards can also. It's a whole different beast, but once you understand the basics, it makes a lot more sense, and it's actually really easy to play, especially if you play Vanguard. Because you have, especially if you play Vanguard, it's actually really easy to pick up. You just got to understand some of the concepts in Weiss and the actual rules behind it. Oh, hello. Some things are changing.
Yeah, you know what? Send it. You know what? I should have sent it.
Okay, so
Good luck, Eamon.
I think we're finally getting to a point where things are going to be working. Put this to the side. I'm going to tweak that later because I have a Weiss tournament coming up tomorrow. Oh, there we go. There we fucking go. Alright, cool. I'm going to put their sound back up and we actually go into the game. So now I just need to figure out which side is which.
Beautiful.
Okay, so who do I need to focus on is my question here.
Hold on.
So that person. Got it.
Do you want to do my cut?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yes. 3, then 2, then 1.
3. Then 2.
All good, right? Like you can see?
Yeah, I can see that perfectly.
Okay, perfect. If you need me to hover around the card, just tell me, okay?
I need to take away this show video participant thing. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mulliganing,
There we go. Ta-da!
yeah, it's rough.
I'll mulligan 2.
Holy shit, mulliganing. How many? 3, 4? Oof. So, Ramon has mulligan 4, and Alun has mulligan 2. So, in that sense, Alun's already doing better because he's seen more of her correct pieces than the other person. But you never know. I have
Is he the
mulliganed.
guy, you know, the
5
like,
trigger.
thumbs
1
up?
second. I have mulliganed
Okay.
Next to, like,
5 triggers once.
Heads or
Like,
tails?
I think it's actually in a recent video. I think there's going to be a recent video where you see me open up with a hand and go, okay, cool. I've hit a copy of every single trigger in my deck. Here's my heel. Here's my front. Here's one of my crits. Here's the other one of my crits, the different art. And here's the OT. And I then mulligan all of those back because, you know, of course. And then I redrew into almost a perfect hand with all the correct pieces. Huzzah.
And then 1, and then 3.
Alright.
Yes, some decks want to see that one card to function, and it doesn't matter if you have every other card that makes the deck function really great, you mulligan it all back to see that one card. And if you see that one card and 4 triggers, you're still gaming. So it's going to be more than likely Alden for our team. Alun's going to be playing Alden versus a Stoicheia deck. Now, Roa as a starter has really thrown people for a loop of what Stoicheia could it be, because more than likely Roa grade 1 is going to be coming in, making a plant token, and you still don't know what deck it is. So you need to wait until your opponent guards, you see a damage. Any other information helps. Drive check. But until that information comes, you have no idea what Stoicheia deck you are playing against. This can be Maggie Mask. This can be normal Maggie. This could be Mythiarch. This could be Roa himself. This could be Zorga for all we know. That is the one thing about Stoicheia decks. You have no fucking clue what you're fighting against until like turn 2. This could be Lascaria. I do think Lascaria's ride line is the best for Lascaria.
I'm putting him here so I can help.
Yeah.
So it is Roa.
Good. I have a mouse. I'm not sure why he's not going to this side. I'm quite sorry.
I had the problem as well. Like when I last played standard, this is why I don't play. That's why I
Yeah,
stopped playing
Sometimes
standard.
Aria backs a lot. Like you can't put the card into drop, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
what happens.
So
Yeah,
it's
just
Roar versus Alden.
yes,
And as much as I want to,
left click,
and much as I am rooting for our
I think it
teammate,
was just
Roa is a very
and double
scary,
click on the
scary
line,
deck.
and we can just use the face up bind.
So if you're not careful,
like
Yeah,
because the
bind them.
drop zone is like not
Oh,
working
mill.
because
Use mill of card and it fixes it. So if you hit the mill button on the bottom right, the one that says to trash, hard to trash. Yeah, click on that. There you go. Now you can access it.
and
Alright,
just put
you
it
can
back
put
in shuffle.
put it back into the shuffle.
There you go. It's a weird fix, but it works.
All right.
Thanks
Yay.
much. I'll take notes for the future.
Take notes. Take notes.
Hi, Matthews.
so
Hi,
okay, so some
away.
area glitches. Area is an amazing tool, but at the same time, it's also apparently very glitchy. So where was I? Oh yeah, Roa. Roa is fucking scary. Because Roa can really pop off. It probably has one of the strongest turn 2s in the game if you give them CB. And then, because the new jump rides, it goes into the new Roa, which pluses your hand, makes the board, does all the good stuff. So Roa is actually a deck you should not underestimate. But I fought against the Loon, I fought against that Alden, and this Alden deck is also something you shouldn't underestimate, because it now has access to 5 attacks because of a nifty card in set 1 of DZ.
I want to make sure, like, do I just left click it to make sure that it shows, like...
So we're having some area troubleshooting right now.
Yes, you right click it. Yes.
But everything's going so far so good. So apparently Alun is going to be taking this damage, which is fine. There's a Roa, which is good. The promos grab them from deck. So the less Roas there are in deck, the less the promo is actually active. Best case scenario for a Loon, or for any player facing any of the glitter decks that can jump ride, is the fact that the glitter deck draws into all of their alternate persona rides, main vanguards, whatever you want to call them, because then they're not in deck, then they can't jump ride, yada yada yada. The only deck that really doesn't care for that is Eva, because if she sees Poison Eva, okay, cool, ditch it, use this monster, put it back to the bottom of the deck, now I have it on the bottom of the deck and I'm ready to go. But for the most part, the rest of the glitter decks, if they see all of their main boss units, which is highly unlikely, let's say it like that, highly unlikely to see them in the early game that fast, all 4 copies out, it would still suck. So, Alun's activating her ride line, showing 3 different grades. Now she gets to look at top 5 cards of the deck. I know why I'm repeating back, but it's basically like, okay, cool, find a good grade 1, or maybe even a grade 0, because there is some good grade 0s in Alden that want to be on the board, and then call it to the board somewhere.
I'll call out
That's a good card.
from deck, and then I will shuffle.
I don't remember her exact ability. I believe that she is not hand restricted, but she does get 2k, making her a 10k body on the turn she is placed. I just don't remember if it needs to be played. Yep, there we go.
2k, making for 10k.
That's good.
Okay.
Then I will call out Ermac.
That's good too. That's a 20k column right there.
I will swing for 10 to your Vanguard.
So an easy play to do a lot of times here, whenever a Vanguard just swings for that kind of number, is throw down a 15k shield, make it OT to pass. But apparently no, we're taking the damage. And it's a crit. Yes. 100% bias. Raw does want CB in the early game, and I think here was the idea of, well, let me take the Vanguard, because if I guard the Vanguard, they can just say pass turn on the rear guard. So they had to take the damage here to make sure they can use the Red Lean in a grade 2 game. But now there's a 30k swinging, potentially put it into 3. So it's like a double-edged sword. You have to risk it for the biscuit.
I will also take that.
Yeah, so 1 damage.
Risk it for the biscuit. Ah, there is a heal though, so that does go off. Well, less heals, more heals now means less heals later.
Put a resolute pair of eyes into the job. Okay, love that.
If I remember correctly, Raw does not have. Excuse me. I'm running off of 3 hours of sleep, so I'm going to be yawning a bit. So if I remember correctly, Roa does not run any important grave recursions, so that order is basically gone. Most Roas don't run any grave recursions, so that's probably gone. And seeing a Ratalina get ditched here means there's another grade 2 Ratalina in hand. you're going to be seeing 4 attacks coming in.
Sacrifice this guy to put in 2 more plant tokens.
So plant token placement is probably the biggest thing for a Aurora deck, knowing where to put them. You don't want to fill both columns because Relina is going to be coming in. She's going to be CBing 1, making a Momoke token behind her. I am curious to see what's going to become behind the plant token on the right side, because usually Royal players like to make a column of plant tokens for a 10k column, but when you place them like this means there's something coming.
Play Blessing to the Flowering Buds. Until end of turn, all units with plus original power.
Yes, so it didn't show, but they played an order that says anything that's a grade 0 gains 5k power, and if the attack kit hits, bounce it back to hand. So now all the grade 0s on the board are 10ks.
So your plant tokens are now.
So yeah, you don't have to put anything behind the behind that plant token. It's a 10k already.
Happens to Monomoke also.
They're gaining 10. Sorry, they gain 10k. They don't gain 5k. They gain 10k. So
Okay.
this is an actual really strong 4 attack turn.
I will switch with so
A defensive trigger is going to be a very big difference. So you can either go for first attack, hope for defensive, because Momoke needs a 10k guard, that plant token needs a 10k guard, that Vanguard swinging for 25, so that's probably going to be a take, and Radalina will be swinging for 25k if we're not counting any triggers that come in.
15. I will tag this.
There's a lot of different explanations why this is on area. Don't worry about it, is the main explanation.
then I will attack with my Vanguard. 25 to him.
Oof, if a trigger gets ripped here, this is going to be very tricky.
I like this one as well.
But that is the correct. There's the 25k Vanguard is only really a PG, especially if this are. Oh no! Oh, that's the worst case scenario.
2 damage, and I'm putting crit on Vanguard and power onto Monomoke.
More likely, Alun's going to 5 damage here.
Alright, so first check.
Oof! Come on, at least one trigger.
Second check.
Ooh!
Trigger. Get me.
Ooh!
Okay.
Ooh!
25 from Momoke.
See, this is why I say Roa is nothing to sneeze at.
Now you can ignore that. I will soul blast later so she'll get the power, but it's meant to be. I didn't click the attack. 6.
How much is this?
Oof.
25.
Oof.
I'll guard with 15 and intercept.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best choice. Minimize hand usage as much as possible, and you just take the 35. No defensive triggers hurt. Crit trigger on the Vanguard hurt. Like everything just went. Oh, that hurts.
So she's 35 right now. The Vanguard.
35. I will.
Actually,
guard this.
that's good. That's good. You want to stay low damage against Roa if you can, to kind of suck up those big attacks that the Momokins or Linas can potentially get to. So that was a smart move, staying at 4, because now she can potentially hit heals and go down to like 3 or even 2 if we're lucky. But oof, Alun is not in the best position against a Roa player right now. So this is going to be very interesting to see how it shapes up.
But I have to do this. I will discard Elementaria from my hand.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
To ride, activating skill. Activate it.
Oh, did she ditch the wrong grade?
Activate his skill 'cause I don't have 3 different grades.
Oof. That's an oof.
Shit. Can activate grade 2 skill.
Ooh, that is a bit of minus.
Counter blasting 1. So plus 1.
At least Alden's still
I'll
active.
call out Fish Guy and Dragon.
So there's 2 cards extra to get drawn here.
Since I called a card off of Vanguard skill.
Okay, so we're back to 4 cards in hand now. So hopefully there's something good in those 4 cards in hand to make something work.
I'll actually move him up to call Gwendolyn rear.
Right.
Oh, hi!
Then I will call Purcell behind Vanguard.
Okay, so there is going to be a 5 attack turn, from what I can tell.
Then I will Energy Blast 2.
Energy Blast.
I play Warrior's Rest.
Hey, that's
I
not a
will
bad
keep
card.
both Vanguard and Gwendolyn to get 10k for when they are boosted. Because I have 5 more units on field, I get to draw a card.
Okay, more filter and power to the board. That's not bad. That
I'll Pierce Strike
definitely
Guardian
power is
Soul
needed, especially in this turn. There's a
or
drilling.
Drilling Angel. Activating Drilling Angel skill.
What do you want in soul? Because what do you want on board? Well, your board's already set up with good cards.
I'll put the star back into deck.
Okay, so it's just gonna look at top 3, miss, and shuffle.
Then I'll look at top 3.
My fault. What'd you do?
Wasn't seen at all.
Hey,
That would be funny if she put the starter back in and then look at the top 3 and there was another starter. It's like, you're running more than one starter in the deck? Holy shit. Of course, that's not gonna happen, but it'd be funny. So, the good news is the Roa player only has 6 cards in hand. And Alden right now has a 5 attack combo, if I'm not mistaken, on the board.
So I will swing for this.
So a couple of good trigger placements. This could be a very different game really fast.
I will use this crit trigger to make me the 25.
Now I will swing with this one. 13.
Okay, so not using the dragon's ability to put the grade 2 into soul.
I will swing with Gwendolyn for just 13.
Are we forgetting it potentially, or are we misplay? Don't misplay, please. Shouldn't Gwendolyn be 23?
I will intercept with Radalina, getting me to 15.
Hold up, that's a 23k attacker though. Hold up.
Then I will swing with Alden boosted by herself.
Isn't that a 23k attacker?
Soul Blasting 1. Since I have different grades on my board, I will bounce back. Actually, Drilling Angel goes in the soul, my Vanguard gets 10k.
There we go.
Alright.
I then off of Vanguard skill, I will
And don't.
Ride Dragon back to my hand to call him again.
Hey, okay.
But
So my Vanguard is hitting for this is 20.
yeah, the 10 was forgotten on Gwendolyn. That should have been a 15k guard, not a 5k guard.
This is 41 to your Vanguard.
Okay, I will take that.
Oh, come on, double crit. We need a double crit here, honestly.
First, no trigger.
Ugh.
Second, no trigger.
Ugh.
I will take 1 day.
Activating herself.
I don't know if I'm allowed to interrupt and go, wait a minute, something was wrong. Plus, it's way too late now.
Since I called 1 unit, I get to restand 1 unit.
Yeah, okay, so that's why there was no boost. Depending on how many you call, that's how many you restand.
15 to your Vanguard.
And Gwendolyn is 28? Why is she 28? Does she gain 5k?
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, they haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, I was fast turn at this point.
Does Cardfight area automatically draw the card if you check another trigger?
Wait, what happened?
I didn't exactly see.
I didn't see it either.
I don't think I draw a card if I defensively do
Yeah,
it,
but
right?
Gwendolyn gained 10k from the order, didn't she?
You do.
It is.
Oh, I have not drawn a card yet. I will do that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the order gives it when boosted.
Fast turn to you.
Alright.
Oh.
Sometimes this game is just a lot of luck sometimes.
Yeah, just as a confirmation, like here in the remind text of the OT, it says that when revealed as a trigger, remove that card and draw a card. Like it's part of the just to remind you.
Wait, when was the OT ripped?
I will draw a card. Return.
I'm very confused at what everything that's been going on lately.
The crit trigger. So, right.
Yeah.
Press the space.
Okay, so there was a lot of misplays on one side. Oof. Plus, Aurora probably more likely. has a very good turn coming up. Alun's got her OT out, so there's no OT defensive to save the day here. Only 3 cards in hand. It's not looking good. I'll just say it like that. It is not looking good.
I will.
Oh, Alden's attack hit defensive. Thank you. I was so confused about everything else. That's kind of sucks. So yeah, we need to see 4 heals in a row here if there's any chance.
Okay. First, I just want to get my ordering right. So first, I will stack.
I know when Coral became the topic of conversation, but sure, Corals are actually potentially very strong if you can get a lot of Corals in Soul, because then you get Persona Ride numbers really, really fucking fast.
And then.
So the biggest saving grace here for Alun is the fact that if the Royal player does not have any Radalinas available. So if there's no Radalinas available, this might be a different story. But if there is, then this is going to suck. So they're killing 3 to make that Momoke token a 20k. 30k? Oh yeah, they killed the fairy that gives it 10k. So yeah, that Momoke token is very, very fucking strong. So we're soul blasting 1 to make 3 more plant tokens. Placement of those plant tokens is going to tell me a lot of what is about to happen and what is in the royal player's hand. Okay, there is a Radalina somewhere.
I will counterblast 1.
They're going to play the order. They're going to find the Radalina from the deck. There's the set order. Yep.
Retiring this plant token.
Oof.
And searching for a Radalina.
Bright side again? I don't see any of the jump ride yet. I don't see any of the jump ride yet. Doesn't help me when that Momoke token is going to be a 35. Oof. But at least if there's no jump ride, this is a max 4 to 5 attack turn depending on what is in the Roa's player's hand. Oof. Oof.
And then with the energy, I will energy blast 7 to draw cards.
So energy blast 7 to draw. Hopefully the draw is nothing good.
Just shift and right click to blast. I'm trying to do that. It doesn't seem to be working. Just give me a minute. Thank you.
They don't need.
Yeah,
Do they need CB?
Blast also works weirdly.
Does the jump
Like, you
rider
can
need
just add
CB?
it to hand,
Does new Roa need
put it
CB?
back there and just energy charge until like you have 2, which is like the energy blast 7 cost, you know.
Does the new Roa need CB is the only question
Cardfight
here.
can, am I right?
So if the new Roa doesn't need CB, they're chilling. They just need to find the jump ride into the new Roa, make 2 plain tokens to get the effect when they retire, draw a card. And then the board set, Roa is going to be gaining 5k in a crit, the Mocha is going to be gaining 5k. That Mocha is going to be a 40k if the jump ride happens.
And then I will time start swinging.
Okay, cool. No new Roa. But there's still a 4 potential 5 attack turn. The heal triggers need to fall. We know Alun's got 1 PG, but that's a 3 card hand. So it's like, okay, cool. Guard one thing, guard another thing with a PG, but then, you know, you're kind of...
What text does your Vanguard have? Just like in the little text. It's kind of small, so... Because I know, because Warra has something, has a defensive,
Alden has no defensive skills whatsoever.
Stack tokens to get
Yeah,
the
it's a
order.
potential 5 attack turret if a grade 3 Radalina is in play right now in the sense of in hand, or even on the top 2 cards. If it gets drive checked, it's a 5 attack turn.
Grade 3? The
I am
numbers
on
are-
grade 3.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I will swing with my Vanguard for 13.
I will tack this.
Ooh, that is a risky move to take.
I have 3 cards and a dream. I have 3 cards and a dream here.
Oh. So many heal triggers. Ugh.
Create on the Vanguard and then power on Cinnamon. And then assign plus berry.
Oh.
So only one trigger.
Alright, so 2 damage.
Yes.
First check. No
Man,
trigger.
no defensive or offensive triggers. There's the first one, dude. Goodbye.
Good game.
Damn.
Well,
I don't know what you want from me. My hand was dog shit.
crits,
What
My
did you
hand
have?
more crits,
Oh.
defensive OT.
So like the thing with Rorowa is that you can just do it to pass comfortably. I think I've been told, at least by other Rorowa players, because like you never really want to give power to Rorowa.
Yeah.
But like yeah,
Crits.
I mean with that hand,
Crits.
it was
and more crits.
kinda.
Dog shit. Horrible.
Yeah.
Unplayable. Everything above.
It's a very Alden-like hand, must I say.
Oof. That was a rough game to watch.
And I don't even know why this happened. All the
I mean, I
kids
think
are like,
I've heard that Alden draws a lot, so like I don't know what one. Ah, okay, OT. Okay, I just remembered that important fact.
Yeah.
I could have like at least had more multiple attacks, but OT hit, which is
Yeah.
shit.
Yep. OT hit. The grade 2 game.
I mean, it's
Honestly, the
what it
grade
is,
2
I
game
guess.
was the biggest factor. The fact that there was a
It was
crit
good
ripped in the
too.
grade 2
And
game
also
made the Momoke token
Amri,
825,
do
made
you have,
Relanino
like, the
35, more
promo
damage.
that
It's like the
Persona
grade
Rise
2
from
game
deck
was
and
just
stuff,
so
and we just haven't
strong
seen it.
to where Alden just had to ditch so many cards in hand not to go to 5 damage. And then put themselves in a position where, okay, cool, I'm not seeing any pieces. I'm not having different grades for my ride land effect. So that was another plus that just did not happen and hurt. And it just, nothing was falling into place.
I mean, you could do it. You just wouldn't get Persona right, but you technically can do it.
Yeah, you activate the
Yeah, you can
effect
do
and
it.
not get Persona right, but you can still activate the effect.
What?
I would still be able to get I would still be able to ride him, and even though I don't get Persona ride,
Yeah.
I'd be able to.
Yep.
Huh. I did
Oh.
not know that.
Well, you learn something new
Good
every
to know.
day.
Like, I think. Can I also see the new Rorowa to rate it? Because like.
Okay, I'm gonna jump
I
out of
just
this call.
forgot.
On my hand.
Blop. And I'm gonna discuss that a little bit. So yeah, apparently the Aurora player did not know you could jump ride even though you don't get Persona ride. So that's a fun little information. Yeah, so that turn could have been even worse. Maybe a crit wouldn't have fall. Who knows? Who knows? It was just a little bit of luck. The biggest factor in that game, yeah, sure, crits, and OT and whatever, was honestly the grade 2 game and hitting a crit. And activating the order. I got to give the Royal player props on that. Activating that order in that turn was probably the best move. You made a plant token be a 15k. You made the Vanguard be dangerous by being boosted. So it was a 25k. Momoke was a 15k, and Redolina would have been a 25k. So those are all amazing numbers against a grade 2 Vanguard, and that early in the game. And then a crit trigger drop, so that Momoke went straight to 25 as well. And then because of that, Redolina went to 35, and a crit was hit, and the Vanguard was not taken, so the opponent just eats 2 damage. You're shilling out 4 damage, and then with a crit potential 5 damage on the board on that turn. If Alun didn't guard when she did, that would have been even worse. So, Roa has one of the strongest grade 2 games in the game right now. That's why whenever I know I'm fighting against a Roa player, and Alex can attest to this, if I know I am fighting against a Roa player, I am passing turn on turn 1, not giving them any CB. I am not risking giving them CB and getting hit by that. I would rather them call a shit ton of plant tokens, bump them up with power. Even though it's a lot of power and there's a lot of plant tokens, it's still multi-attacking me. It's 3 attacks versus potential 4 attacks. I'll take 3 versus 4 and them being in 0 damage over stuff like that. So, with all that being said, I'm actually going to end this stream here because there's nothing else to watch or to do. I could go through some of the VODs, but I promised Echo we'll go through them together tomorrow. I'm going to be jumping on here again in about 8-ish hours. No, sorry, 10 hours. 11, 9, somewhere in that range. It's going to be like 4 a.m. in the morning for me. We're going to be jumping on and seeing the last game of the week. And the last game of the week is going to be played by our Cardfight Prime versus Albright. And that will be the last game of the week. And now it's up to Cardfight Prime to either give us a draw for the week or we lose. So a lot of pressure on them for, the final game. Because right now the score is 5-4 in their favor. We are technically losing. There's no more chances for the top deck sidekicks to win this week. So the most we can go is for a draw. So let's hope for the draw. Let's hope Hugh can clutch it. Yep. We just got to draw. He's got to win so we can draw. That's the highest priority now. We need to draw. We need to win so we can draw. It is fine. Apparently, from what I can tell from my teammates, it's been a rough week. A lot of misfortune. As I told them, being a top deck sidekick, you get used to it. You're going to have a lot of misfortune. No game is going to be a normal game. If you play on my team, no game is going to be a normal game. You're either going to have the worst luck possible and have enough bricks to build yourself a whole new house. Don't have to worry about mortgage or anything. Or you're going to have the best luck possible and you might just think about going in and playing the lottery. There's no middle ground. It's either you get the best shit luck or the worst luck possible. There's never going to be a normal game played. Let's get that straight. If you're on my team, there's never going to be a normal game. You tell me that was a normal game. That was not a normal game. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this stream here. Thank you everybody so much for joining me and experiencing that fight. I'm going to say experiencing that fight. We'll see you in a bit. So, like I said, tomorrow, early in the morning for me, so about 4 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Europe time, I'm going to be streaming the last game that Hugh's going to be playing. Hopefully, winning so our team can tie for the week and keep our score up. And after that, in the same day, but much later, in about 25 hours from now, me and Echo are going to be streaming some VODs from the rest of the week to kind of review what has happened, what has transpired, and see where we need to make adjustments or fixes or pointers or coaching or whatever you want to say. But with all that being said, I've been Philip, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.